I just wanted people to know that I couldn't get my Elgato to work, so I couldn't capture most of the footage on my Switch, which I have more time and hours into it. So I have to use a lot of my PC footage when I downloaded it for Steam. You'll be able to tell one's wearing a Sonic outfit and one is basically wearing her undies. Anyway, let's continue. Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about the recently released Capcom game, Monster Hunter Rise. This is the latest installment in the long-running series, and it's a real doozy. So buckle up, grab your snacks, and let's dive into this review. Now, if you're new to Monster Hunter, or the Monster Hunter franchise overall, just know that I'm on the same boat. And I'm here to provide a full review from a newbie's perspective. I'll be covering the good, the bad, and the so-so with the game, so you can decide if it's something that you want to invest your time in. Now, in Komura Village, you play as just some unnamed character who just got promoted as to a hunter by the guild, by the Wyvern twins, Hinowa and Minoto. Yeah, sure, let's go with that. These two girls escort the new hunter to the village leader, Fugen. I like this guy. He's loud, his outfit looks badass. I love him. Though along the way, the hunter catches sight of an unknown flying monster in the distance. Fugen congratulates the hunter to their success, but warns that they've been alerted about pending signs of a rampage. A mysterious calamity that occurred only 15 years ago, where a large horde of monsters attacked the village in a frenzied rage. Fugen asks you to prepare for a possible reoccurrence of the rampage by helping with various quests to protect and supply the village with goods while getting better at your hunting. Further signs of the rampage emerge, and Fugen instructs you to go to the stronghold, a battleground that guards the gate to Komura. After you repel the attack, Yamagi, I'm gonna go with Yamagi, the village chief, and Iori, these Japanese names. Alright, I have to come straight here. Just cut the feed, cut the music. Alright, I'm gonna be straight with y'all. I don't give a shit about Monster Hunter's lore. I don't give a shit about the ecology. I don't give a shit about the people in it. All I care is that will I get a brand new spanking new hat with my brand new spanking new weapon to kill giant dinosaurs with my giant fucking weapon. That's all I care about. And the only thing that I really gotta say and get off my chest is that these twins won't fucking put out for me. Alright? I don't have a threesome with the twins. And some asshole right now on my Discord is telling me that the twins lay fucking eggs. What the fuck? Do Wyverian people lay eggs? The Monster Hunter community investigates. What the fuck? Apparently these people are like spliced monsters, I guess you could say. What the fuck? Joseph, I hate you.
Hey man, just let the information flow.
Whatever. Let's start off on a positive note. Monster Hunter Rise has some fantastic creatures that make it an incredibly fun game to play. Here are some of my favorite things about it. It's challenging. The combat in this game is difficult but satisfying when you finally defeat a creature after hours of hunting. The visuals in Monster Hunter Rise are stunning with vibrant colors and detailed environments. Lore. There's an interesting story behind each monster that adds depth and complexity to the world of Monster Hunter Rise. I mean, if you care about that, it can be newbie friendly. If you're not familiar with the Monster Hunter series, like me, there are plenty of tutorials and tips throughout the game that make it easy for newcomers to pick up quickly. Monster designs. Each creature has its own unique look and fighting style, which makes every hunt excitingly different from one another. The online community surrounding Monster Hunter Rise is full of hilarious memes which will keep you entertained even when you're not playing on the game itself. Creatures simulate lifelike animal behavior. The monsters act like real animals, which add realism to their movements during the battle, making it more enjoyable overall. So if you have two creatures going head to head in turf wars, or when you knock them into each other, they start staggering, so you can go ahead and use that to your advantage, etc., etc. In-game environments, well, certain parts of the environment can give your character helpful boosts, such as increased speed, or attack, or power while hunting down creatures, or certain traps lay about for creatures to run into. Combat.
Now I'm a little motivated.
The combat is very satisfying. You have 14 radically different weapons and types you can switch between depending on what type of monster you're fighting, so no two fights feel exactly alike. Now, I don't use the Great Sword very often. I'm sorry, Berserk fans. But when I do use it, most of my charge attacks just seem to miss. It's unfortunate. Joseph, as a Monster Hunter professionado, what are your thoughts on the Great Sword?
Good weapon for speed runs and normal hunts. A lot of damage as long as you know to pace your timing. You gotta have good crit and attack boost to get the most damage. Oh god.
Do you ever have a favorite combo to use for the Great Sword?
Yeah, use the switch skill, the Rage Slash, and just tackle through monster attacks. Yeah, that's basically how you use it for now until we get Sunbreak.
I thought I made it clear that I'm not in need of an escort. It seems I'm the only one with a mind of my own. I, the person in question, am fine, regardless of the king's orders. Return to the castle and tell that to my father, please.
Well, excuse me, princess.
Alright. What about Sword and Shield? What are your thoughts?
It's a nice stun weapon. Nice stun weapon, very fast attacks. The only problem is obviously the reach, because it's so short. You're fighting big elder dragons or a lot of monsters with AoEs, you're gonna take a lot of damage unless you got a good guard up skills.
A bear, because if I poked a bear would be mauling me, so I don't know what I poked, but it sure as hell ain't no bear.
Hey, I'm warning you.
Oh yeah, and I'm poking you.
Hey, stop it.
And poke.
All right, that's it.
Okay, what are your
That really hit me.
what about your thoughts on the lance? How's the lance working out for you?
It's the tank weapon. It's the weapon you take out when you don't want to take damage and distract the monster's attention so everybody else can do DPS. That's the lance. Good, safe, defensive weapon with low damage.
Okay, what about the hammer, which is honestly one of my favorites?
Heavy hitting, slow weapon like the Great Sword. It's just better stun. Obviously, you hammer, you bonk them right on the head. Better stuns. It has good switch skills. It has a counter in the base game, which is amazing. They give it, I think, a parry in Sunbreak, which makes it even better. So, it's a pretty good heavy hitting slow weapon.
Alright, here's another one personal favorite of mine, the Switch Axe. Ah, let me tell you, I love the Switch Axe, but let me get your thoughts on that.
Damn. For Rise, it's a good element weapon. Very good damage. They added a counter in Sunbreak, which makes it better. It's like a mid-tier weapon. because it has good reach with the axe, and fast attacks with the sword. It's like a medium range weapon. It's pretty nice
You
for
got a
good
one-shot on me
damage.
too.
Hey, Buzz! You're flying! This isn't flying. This is falling with style. To infinity and beyond!
You were memeing pretty hard on the insect glaive. What's up with that?
Yeah, it's low damage, even with all the buffs. No one takes it on speed runs. It's just a weapon to like break wings. It's the only use of the insect glaive. Its switch skills aren't that great. Nah, I don't even know if it has a counter. All it has is the recall Kinsec move, which is like a invulnerability switch skill. It's just like a fast-hitting weapon with all the buffs and still underperforms the damage compared to everything else. It's like it's almost. I think it's a little better in damage with the lance if it's not used by speedrunners, but I'd have to check.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and skip the heavy and light bow guns because like it's basically ammo and guns, and I think that is very self-explanatory. So
Yeah, pretty OP. They're using a lot of speedruns.
what about the long sword, the weeb sword as you like to call it?
S tier weapon, rise, a lot of
It
fucking
said it was targeting
damage.
you and it went after me.
Great switch skills. It's probably an S tier weapon for rise. I used to be a longsword main in the world. I don't like the feel of it. I don't know what it is. I gotta play with it a bit more.
How does that shit still? What is
But,
the point of having a machine gun right there?
But
No.
yeah, it's S tier weapon in rise and it's SS and Sunbreak and counter.
Alright, what about dual blades?
It's another S to SS weapon. It's just like longsword, good switch skills, great damage. You just have to time your switch skills to get the most damage output out, so you don't constantly get hit. Since you gotta deal with short range dual blades. Great damage. Fast hitting weapon.
Oh, elemental damage, cool.
Camera. That would be better.
What about the gun lance? Now that is a weapon that I was holding a lot in World because you know when I'm just basically a squishy, I just use the giant shield to protect myself and just quickly do my pokes. Shield, do my pokes. Then I use big poke to like fucking metal rod up its ass and then it explodes. But what are your thoughts on gun lance?
I put it in the same. It doesn't do as much damage as the switch axe, but I put it like in the same tactics as the switch axe because it does more damage than the lance. Obviously, still has good guard qualities, but because it's slower, you don't get that much damage output even with wyvern fire if you can get off on the monster. But it's just A tier weapon in rise. It gets better switch skills in Sunbreak too. I got a bunch of golden eggs for that quest.
Alright, next is our local bard, the hunting horn. All I know is that it just gives buffs, but can it actually do damage is the question.
Hunting horn's like B tier. It does damage, but it's not better than the hammer. It's a good support weapon, like for wide range users. Those less like support. That's hunting horn is like support weapon. There's tank support, DPS. Very good support weapon. A little less damage than the hammer. I put it at like B tier. Still pretty cool. I just don't use it.
I tip my hat to one legend to another.
Okay, second to last one, the charge blade. I've seen a few people use the charge blade, but what are your thoughts?
It's a great elemental weapon. I don't use it that much, so I can't say anything, but I know it has good damage with the elemental damage. Obviously it's more tactical with the combos since it uses files and everything. It'll be hard to get used to at first, but once you get the combos down, you'll do a lot of damage as long as you memorize the monster's moveset a little bit here and there. It's an S tier weapon for sure.
Okay, last and definitely not least is the bow. I don't play the bow like at all. I played it like a little bit in World, and then I just said, you know what, fuck this, and I just went to something else. But what do you say about the bow?
The bow is like the bow guns. It's really nice damage. Speedrunners use it. It's good elemental damage too. Very great elemental weapon. You just have to be conscious of the stamina bar, like with the dual blades, because a lot of the moves you do with the bow to get the high damage off uses a lot of stamina. So if you like just shooting, I'd try the bow first for great damage. It's S tier weapon. I know the switch skills and Rise are alright. I don't know what the ones are Sunbreak since I don't use it, but I'd put it S tier elemental weapon, A tier weapon overall. I'd put, but I don't use it, so I'm biased, I guess, or ignorant, whatever you want to call it.
Alright, man, you've been a very big help with this video, man. I just want to tell you that, and shit. Good soundtrack. The music is upbeat and energizing, which helps keep players engaged during intense battles against monsters like Narkakuga or Magnamala, or Marshmallow as I like to call them. Load times are shockingly fast both in and out of hunts. When transitioning from area to area or starting or ending hunts, load times are nearly instantaneous, so there's no waiting around for long periods of time before getting back into the action. Believe it or not, one feature exclusively on Monster Hunter Rise allows players to control over palamutes, like our dog companions, while they traverse through areas as well as pet them whenever they please. Now, how fun is that? Unfortunately, there are some less than stellar aspects that come along while playing this game. Here are some issues I've noticed while playing MH Rise. The color palettes. While beautiful at first glance, many areas tend to look similar due to having relatively standard color palettes throughout most zones, making them blend together visually at times. Customization options for characters look nice, but there isn't much variety available aside from some color changes in the gear and hairstyles, which could use more variation for those wanting more creative looks on their characters. Though it has been patched on later dates, on launch date there were several audio bugs present, such as occasional sound cutting or music being too loud, drowning out sound effects. But again, like I said, they were patched later after release. Occasional disconnection errors occurred during multiplayer hunts, causing frustration among players who wanted uninterrupted gaming sessions. It could have just been me and my internet, is what I once thought, but I have fiber internet, so there was no way, and I was hardlined. So how do we fix these issues? Well, Fortunately, many bugs have already been patched since the launch date thanks to the developers working hard on the updates addressing many of the remaining problems. However, if connection issues persist, then troubleshooting may be necessary, such as checking internet connection speeds, rebooting routers, blah blah blah. As far as customization goes, unfortunately not much can be done with that with the base game, but thankfully through the updates that they've been putting out and with the thankfully through the updates and DLCs, you're able to customize your character however you want, as long as it goes with getting a new Dante cowboy or Sonic skin. All in all, despite having some minor hiccup along the way, Monster Hunter Rise really shows through as an excellent addition to Capcom's long-running series, providing both experienced veterans and newcomers alike with hours upon hours worth of entertainment and challenge, whether alone or with friends online. That concludes my review on Monster Hunter Rise from a newbie's perspective. So if you liked what you heard today, please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. So stay tuned next time where I'll be reviewing another awesome video game title. Till then, I'll see you in game, friends.
I did not expect
Bye now.
that to take that long.